Hivers, welcome to Honeybee Stamping Hive, where creative buzz is always in the air. I am Tashana Lundy, your independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Florida, serving customers all over the United States. And today, we're going to be making a Christmas card using the Modern Christmas Specialty Designer Series paper, along with the Ornamental Christmas stamp set and the Textured Notes dies, okay? But before we get started on our project, of course, we have to go over the buzzworthy business of the day. We have our Cozy Christmas Paper Pumpkin Kit that's going to be making 9 cards, and Pecan Pie is the stamping spot. We have our Abundant Joy add-on dies for $12, item number 167855. These dies are going to coordinate with October, November, and December paper pumpkin kits, and I do have a link in the description box below for you to sign up for the paper pumpkin if you haven't already done so. Next, we have our Stampin' Rewards program where you earn 10% on all orders of $20 or more, excluding tax and shipping. Redeem rewards on future orders. Track and save rewards in your online Stampin' Up! Account. Rewards expire after 12 months of the earning date. Lastly, we have our mystery boxes. These are the medium flat rate USPS boxes that I have stuffed full of new, used, and retired Stampin' Up! Products. All of them are retired. So I'm asking just $35 for each box. Shipping is included in that $35. So essentially you're paying like 10 bucks for like almost $200 worth of stuff in these boxes, okay? So if you're interested, email me at stampwithshana@gmail.com. And that is all of our buzzworthy business of the day. So we're going to start today by stamping. So I have a piece of scrap paper here, and we're going to get our Memento Tuxedo Black ink that I have put in a regular stamping pad. So I got an uninked stamp pad and took my Memento ink refill and inked it up, because I like the little spongy ink pad better than the little canvas one that comes on. So we're gonna stamp that there. Then we're gonna take our inside piece. This is 3.5 by 4 3/4 basic white, and we're going to stamp Merry Christmas in black. Yes. Okay, so that is all of our stamping done. We're going to take this piece, and get our die from the Textured Notes dies, and we're going to line this up on here. Get a little pieces of washi tape to hold that in place so that we can go ahead and die cut this out on our baby boss. I have the mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine here. And we're going to run this through. Okay, so we have that all die cut out. So let's go ahead and carefully take off your washi tape. You don't want to tear your paper. Set this to the side. So we're going to go ahead and work on the inside of our card. I'm going to get my silicone craft sheet here. And I have some pieces of scrap. This is about 1/4 inch each of some basic black and some silver foil. And I'm going to put some glue down here. I'm going to add on our basic black. Just like that. Then I think this silver foil is on some adhesive sheet. That's what this, those lines on the back. Look at my fingers are already messy. Yep, I put it on adhesive sheet. That's why it had the black markers on it. I always try to mark it so I will remember what has adhesive sheets on it. We're going to put that there. Then we're going to cut off all the overhang. Just like that. Okay. We're going to add this inside piece that, again, that is 3.5 by 4 3/4. And we're going to add it to a piece of Balmy Blue here that is 5 by 3 3/4. And we're going to add this on with some Stampin' Seal. I'm going to add this right here in the center. Just like that. Then we're going to add some liquid glue to the back of this. We're going to add this into our card base, which is thick basic white, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. And we're going to sit that on the inside there. Little fuzzies. Scoot over just a little bit. Okay. So that is our inside done. So we're going to take our sentiment piece here, and we're going to put that onto some balmy blue that is, what is this? 5/8 by 3 5/8. And we're going to adhere that with some liquid glue. You don't need a lot. Just gonna get that all together like that. Okay, so then I have another piece of balmy blue here, and this one is 5 1/8 by 3 7/8. And we're gonna put our designer series paper on this, and we have two pieces here. One is 1 3/4 by 5, and one is 2 1/4 by 5. And we're gonna just layer these on to our balmy blue. I hate to cover up the specialty side, all this pretty gold foil. This is some nice paper. I'm just going to try to get even borders from the bottom and the two sides here. Look at this side. Oh goodness, I love this paper. This was my first choice of items to purchase when I first seen this mini. Let me get that straight there. We're going to put this, line it up on the edges here so it lines up with the designer series paper below it, but try to keep it, you know what, I need to do it this way. I see a little cutting mistake in this designer series paper when I cut it, so I want that to go towards the middle because that can get covered up. So that's pretty good like this. I think it needs to go up just a little bit more to get those borders even. Then I have a strip of this foil, and this is 3/8 by 5, and it has a little bit of adhesive sheet on the back of it. So we'll take that backing off, and on the part that doesn't, we'll put a little bit of liquid glue right here. Okay, and ooh, I don't know what's up with me and okay, this looks like it's cut a little too short there. I'm gonna try to stretch it to the side. Okay, so that's that. Then we have another piece of designer series paper here. This is 3 by 4, and we're gonna put this onto some silver foil that is 3 1/8 by 4 1/8. So we're just gonna glue that down just like that. That one was easy, no problems with that. And we're gonna take this piece and we're gonna glue this to 5 1/4 by 4 piece of silver foil. And no, I'm not cutting the inside out because this foil that I'm using is the brushed gold and silver specialty foil, and it is retired. So I'm not trying to save it. I need to use it up, but you can just use regular plain silver foil. You don't have to have the brushed like I have, but I'm going to use what I have. So I'm going to take this and add it to our card base. I had to check and make sure this wasn't adhesive sheets on the back of this foil. So we're going to add this to our card base, just like this. We're going to add this flat to the card base. Look at, oh, I love this paper. Those black and white Christmas trees, that is gorgeous. So we're going to do that. Then I'm going to get some Stampin' Dimensionals to put on the back of our sentiment here. So let's get a couple of those to put on. Remove the backings. And I'm going to add this about right here on these trees, like so, a little hanging off the side there. And then the last thing we have to do is add some bling. And I have the traditional sparkling sequence here. Get my take your pick tool, and we're gonna add some of these balmy blue ones. I guess these they're pool party, but they look like they can coordinate with the balmy blue. So let's put one here of the big ones. Get one of these little ones. Put it about right there. We can get a medium-sized one and put it down right there. And we can call this card done. Nice and simple, yet so pretty. So I didn't even use the specialty side of this paper, but ooh, that is so done. Nicely done. Okay, you guys, that's it. That's all. Don't forget to leave a comment, like, share, and subscribe. And as always, I want to thank you for buzzing by the Hive today. Until next time, buzz you later. Bye.